is everything still on track as far as the November delivery date?
Oh my goodness, man, I believe so. So we're in November, and it could be any time. You know, Tony's out here signing at other booths, and the people that he talks to come over here and they say, "We heard it's 13 days away." So it actually could be tonight, could be tomorrow, it could be during Pomona, it could be after Pomona. So there's a lot of things that you learn when you're going through having your first child, and patience is one of them.
So this is a new thing for you. What's more nerve-wracking for you, like waiting for the delivery day or getting ready for a final?
Oh my goodness, getting ready for a final, because that's something that you can control. And you know, like the definition of nervousness is just meaning that you don't feel you're as prepared as possible, right? And I don't feel nervous about having the child. I feel like we're as prepared as possible. My phone, it knows I'm pregnant, it gives me all the ads, all the things. I have a great team behind me, like support system with Tony. And you know, when it comes to like racing for a final, you know, like a world final or something, you're so excited, and there's more people involved with the success of that. Where this is just Mother Nature, and this is God's timing. And I guess I truly believe, I think he'll be born on I think the 17th, which I think is Sunday of Pomona, so we'll see.
So now that you've kind of had a year off, was watching from the sidelines as hard for you as you thought it would be, or was it actually kind of not that difficult?
No, there were ebbs and flows with it for sure. I remember at Gainesville, you know, Tony was the very first pair of first round, and that was like an overflow of emotions, but for him racing, but then for me being out of the car. But I put myself in a good position. I help the team. There's a lot of data analytics that I work with, and so I prepared to be involved so I didn't feel disconnected. But then as the racing season got going and Tony didn't need as much help from me, I learned, man, this really sucks. I'm made to be inside a race car. It's where I love to be, and I love our team aspect of it. So as we wind down for the end of the season, it hasn't hit me as hard because we got my own countdown, but I feel like next year is going to be the most difficult. I'm not in the car next year, so that Tony has another year in it. I can be with the baby, and I feel like I'm probably going to be more challenged then, because this year I have a full excuse. Just taking care of a child is next year, so I'm going to need to find kind of a new and separate purpose, and ultimately it'll be really focused on the performance of the car and working with the crew chiefs. So as long as I continue to learn and continue to apply myself in a way, I think I'll mentally be okay.
Last question, and I know you said you touched on it, you will not be racing next year, but obviously you want to be back in the car at 26. Tony probably does not want to get out of a car. Is a two-car team in the future probably the ideal situation?
That is most definitely the most ideal situation, but here's the thing, it just comes down to brass tacks. So it's about $2.5 million for investment for the capital, and then operational about $4 million. So unless I just find that, just right out of my back pocket, that's not really feasible. So hopefully what I can transpire and work on in next year is what could be a two-car team, and I don't want to take Tony out of the seat. He's doing a great job, so I'm going to put together my work ethic and see what I can put together, and for now it's just one Stewart behind the wheel. Maybe someday there'll be two.